So of course we're back again talking about Spider-Man, and this week we have so much news regarding multiple of the Sony projects as well as the MCU mainline Spider-Man project. I'm going to get into all of these things, but I want to first thank you guys so much for 1,000 subs. I never thought this was possible. Thank you all so much for watching these videos. If you're new, please consider joining our community. We love talking about all of these things down in the comments section, so leave a comment. I most likely will respond to it, and let's get into this video. So first I want to talk about the short film that's releasing tomorrow. This is The Spider Within, a Spider-Verse story set within the same universe with Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. I'm pretty sure this takes place before the events of Across the Spider-Verse just because of the setting in the trailer, but this looks like it's going to deal with the mental health aspect of being Spider-Man and just being a teenager. I don't know how long this film's actually going to be, but it's releasing for free on YouTube tomorrow. I will most likely make a video on this, but from the trailer alone, I'm really interested. It seems like it's going into Miles' anxieties of being Spider-Man and trying to balance his personal life with school, etc. And I think the main villain of this short film is going to be Miles' anxiety in the form of a spider, always creeping and crawling around, trying to meet expectations of everybody, and it's just hard to balance his life. I'm really interested in seeing this, and I think it's completely cool on Sony's part making this available for free for all the fans. Up next, let's talk about the most anticipated project for the Sony Spider-Man universe, not the MCU, and that is Venom 3 or Venom: The Last Dance. We actually got some set photos from this film revealing that they're going to be continuing off of the events of the post-credit scene from Spider-Man No Way Home. In the set photo, we see Tom Hardy wearing the same thing that Eddie Brock was wearing in that post-credit scene, making us believe that they're going to continue off of where Venom left off in the post-credit scene. Even though Venom was brought into the MCU, left a little bit of his symbiote, and then was traveling back to the Sony Spider-Man universe, I think that brief visit to another universe is kind of going to be the main driving plot for this film. At least I think it should be, considering that Kevin Feige reportedly would want to possibly include Venom, at least Tom Hardy's Venom, in the upcoming Secret Wars film. In my opinion, one of the best Spider-Man characters is Venom, and we've had now almost 3 films without a Spider-Man involved. It's time to get Venom introduced to Spider-Man one-on-one. We had hints with the post-credit scene, and I think it needs to pay off very, very soon. We also don't know if Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man exists in this universe. Maybe it's separate, we don't know, but there are also rumors that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man could be the Spider-Man for the Tom Hardy Venom universe. But with him seeing Tom Holland's Peter Parker in that post-credit scene, it makes you think that there isn't a Spider-Man in his current universe. We also find out at the end of Venom 2 that the symbiotes share a hive mind across universes, making us think that Null, or the god of the symbiotes from the comic books, can make an appearance. This movie is titled Venom: The Last Dance, and this is marking the end of the Tom Hardy Venom trilogy, but we're not certain if Tom Hardy is completely done with the character altogether. There's also some more very exciting news in regards to Venom, again, one of my favorite characters from the comic books. It seems that Seth Rogen, who has produced content like the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie, and there are rumors that Seth Rogen is going to be directing an R-rated animated film for Venom. This would honestly be kind of a dream come true because I love Marvel animation, and what we've been getting with X-Men 97 is just the tip of the iceberg, I think. Having an R-rated sort of Invincible-esque story with Venom would be so much fun, and I really think Seth Rogen could nail it because, well, he's done great work on the other animated projects he's been a part of so far. I don't think it'd be tied into any of the universes that we know so far, but would still be a very fun project to watch. Now I want to shift gears and talk about the MCU. Now we all know that Jon Watts is not returning to direct Spider-Man 4. Jon Watts directed Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, but Marvel wants to go a different direction while Sony wants to keep it with a multiverse story. I did a whole nother video on this if you guys want to check it out, but I explained that I want Marvel to do a street-level Spider-Man story, not another multiverse one. We have the multiverse already with No Way Home, and we have the great animated films regarding the multiverse. I don't think Spider-Man needs that right now. Marvel Studios wants it to be a street-level story with the likes of Kingpin and Daredevil, and I think that is definitely the way to go, and it looks like Marvel may have won that discussion about it, but the film may still continue the multiverse story overall, meaning there may be some multiverse elements at the end or the beginning, but the main root of the story is going to be that street-level Marvel story. But that's not what I'm talking about in this video. I want to discuss the fact that they're looking to shoot this movie at the end of the year. They don't even have a director yet for this film, and it looks like they have a script done, I guess, or at least partially done, and they want to start filming already. And this just doesn't sit well with me because, well, if you don't have a director and you just have a script that's written for any director, it just doesn't look good. We know Tom Holland would only come back if the story was great, so I have faith there, but I think that Marvel Studios really should just have care with this project. I'm not saying that they don't, but Sony and Marvel Studios should be working together on a passion project, not trying to rush something out, because we heard in the past that Sony wants to get Spider-Man 4 out as soon as possible, possibly due to the decline of the Sony Spider-Man universe with Madam Web, Morbius, and the Venom movies. We also have Kraven the Hunter coming out this year, and I am very excited for that movie, but with the track record that Sony's had with these Spider-Man films, not even mentioning Spider-Man but having all of these Spider-Man characters, it doesn't make sense. And just a quick history lesson, in the past, Marvel had to sell the rights to Spider-Man to Sony to avoid going bankrupt, and now they want the rights back, but Sony owns them, and Spider-Man is the biggest cash cow for them, therefore they have to work together. Marvel Studios basically rents Spider-Man from Sony Pictures to make these movies. So Marvel Studios has been making great movies with Spider-Man, and Sony's been reaping all of the benefits, but Sony seems to not really be in touch with the audience and what they want. Honestly, I think a prime example of this is the fact that they're re-releasing all of the Spider-Man movies in theaters on Mondays and only one day per movie? Like, why not just have this all week? It's preventing someone like me who loves those Tobey Maguire movies from seeing them in theaters, because I can't go on a Monday and I can't go on the day that it's coming out. It's just a baffling decision to me. I think they should add more times, more days, etc. But that just kind of shows Sony maybe being a little tone deaf. But yeah, there's just so much Sony Marvel Spider-Man news going on right now. I love it because we're getting all of this content, but I'm really skeptical with this Spider-Man 4 stuff just because I want it to be perfect, and obviously I want everything to be perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect, but I think Sony wanting it to be another multiverse story is a bad move, because I feel like some people may have started to get some multiverse fatigue, especially with the Spider-Man character. But there's also a really good rumor, in my opinion, regarding this film that suggests that Peter Parker is not going to be playing a present role in this movie, meaning his identity is going to keep fading away and Spider-Man is going to be the prominent person in this film. I think that's a really cool dynamic, and we can kind of get a reverse from the Spider-Man 2 movie in the famous Spider-Man comics, Spider-Man No More, and we can do a Peter Parker No More. So that does give me hope. That gets me excited. We have to wait and see. We can't really judge anything until we get official news regarding this film. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Again, hit subscribe, like the video, and I will see you all tomorrow for X-Men 97 and The Bad Batch.